Both 172 pounds. 11-year age difference between them. Chris substantially younger and also 6'3".
Now entering the ring, fighting out of the red corner, weighing in at 172 pounds, fighting out of Boxygen and trained by Matt Childs, Chris Broderick.
Well, while we come to the later half of the show, I just want to give a huge shout out to all the people involved. So you have Julie Kelly and Andrew Meyerson, the founders of Haymakers for Hope. You have Mark Avery, some other big wigs behind the scene. I want to give a shout out to Gauntlet Films, Rob Malou from Gauntlet Films, who are doing a tremendous job with all of the AV stuff, including the pay-per-view broadcast. Best in the business, it's not even close. So lots of people to thank, lots of people to shout out that make this event possible.
Please welcome, fighting out of the blue corner, weighing in at 172 pounds, fighting out of Everybody Fights, trained by Jason McLeod and Ben Shank, Patrick Sullivan.
Are those woos or boos? And oh my God, Mark, literal thumbs downs. Literal,
wow.
Literal
there's
thumbs
people that are
down.
actually doing thumbs downs.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now. I'm Team Pat Sullivan all of a sudden.
Yeah, I think.
Listen to the boos, these scumbags. Anyone that boos
for
at a
cancer
charity. I hope they
are a bunch of pussies, and like
well,
I don't do a
Mark,
lot of swearing, but like if you're booing people that are fighting for cancer research,
pretty soft.
You're an idiot.
Yeah, pretty soft move.
You're an idiot.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
They're literally doing the thumbs down symbol. Like how are you a grown man? You're like. You crawling into your mom's basement and be like, Ma, I got to go to the fights and boo the other guy.
Yeah.
So
we'll see how this plays out.
Chris Broderick crowd.
No, it's not, though. That's the thing.
It's an anti-Patrick
Sullivan. Because I'm fine with being a pro-Broderick crowd. To be an anti-Patrick Sullivan crowd, it just shows you your character. You're a dork and you suck. So, yeah, we'll see how this fight plays out. It looks like Broderick is a lefty.
And Sullivan's steamrolling him.
Well, we'll see. So, yeah, so far, Sullivan extremely tall, extremely long lefty. I'm sorry, Broderick is, rather.
Sullivan just winging hard punches, so.
Yes. Kind of an interesting style matchup in the sense that Broderick, obviously, again, very long, is a southpaw, trying to use his length. Sullivan trying to get under that offense, get in and open his hips a little bit. Pretty competitive round so far. Sullivan did a good job early getting in and landing a pretty good flurry. But there's going to be some recency bias, and if judges tend to score the end of the rounds, more heavily than the earlier part of it.
Yeah, much more measured by both men now, kind of feeling each other out and using their jab as a rangefinder. Coming up in the last 30 seconds of the round.
That was a good right hand by Pat Sullivan there. Winging a left hook. Sullivan not putting punches together in combinations, and Broderick not either, but he's having success with the range of his jab, right?
He's just pot shotting him being long.
Yep. It's going to be an interesting round to score. I think Broderick is probably getting a little bit of an edge here in the sense that he kind of dictated where the fight was.
Yep, early success from Patrick Sullivan. But I think just based on just range and ring generalship, you got to give that.
Let's
to Chris
welcome
Broderick.
back our ring card warrior, Xavier Gonsalves. After being diagnosed, Xavier quickly had to start chemotherapy. The treatment was difficult as he was forced to miss school and relocate with his family. Cancer showed him how hard some people live.
So again,
and how
competitive
fast
first round.
Things
You
can
know,
change.
not a blow up by any stretch. Like we said, we think Chris Broderick did enough being long and rangy and just pot shotting with ones and twos that he probably took that round.
Yeah. That would be my guess as well.
See if Pat Sullivan can make any adjustments, close that distance, and land some of those big shots.
Yeah, we'll see how this round plays out. I think if you're in Patty Sullivan's corner, I like that I went Patty Sullivan. I just have to imagine as a Bostonian Irishman, how they call him that. I think he has to.
He has to
take
press
some
and close
risk,
that distance.
he has
Double,
to,
triple that jab, get on the inside, and then throw some of those bigger shots.
And I'm not the one eating the Broderick jabs, but from what I'm seeing, they seem more of a nuisance than they seem concussive. Is that fair?
More of a range finder.
Yeah.
More of just,
You know, I think Sullivan needs to kind of glue his hands to his forehead, eat two to give
And
one.
Broderick has good lateral movement. To
No, he
his
does.
credit, he's not getting backed into the ropes. Again, lot of patient range finding, not a lot to call on the broadcast here.
No, it's good composure by both men, and because of that, it doesn't give us a lot to say. You know, it's exactly what we've seen. Broderick maintaining the range, not landing anything of particular consequence.
And again, to note, again, great lateral movement.
Awesome.
He's not letting Sullivan cut off the ring and press and make it ugly.
And
Once Sullivan's inside, Broderick tends to find a way out, finds that exit.
So you got to give him credit for that. And Sullivan has the unfavorable task of trying to close the distance on a tremendously tall, long, crafty lefty. And because of that, he's struggling, as you might imagine. I guess my advice would be to Sullivan, maybe a little less boxing, a little bit more
Yeah,
fighting.
he's got to take some risk and make it ugly, make it a little more of a street fight.
Yeah.
It's
going to be hard to get inside that jab, And not for nothing, same thing with the straight too, right? The left hand, it's straight as an arrow. It's not, coming out the backside of Sullivan's head, but it's landing and it's straight. And I think that round is going to be scored for Broderick as well. It's just a long ones and twos round, Broderick, didn't land any hard punches, but he landed punches. Whereas I think
Broderick has to make zero adjustments. I think
Gonsalves.
Patrick Sullivan has to make some substantial changes to his game
had
plan.
to start chemotherapy. The treatment was difficult as he was forced to miss school and relocate with his family.
If we see any more
Cancer
rangy
showed him
ones
how
and
hard
twos
some
from
people
Chris
live
Broderick,
and
and
how fast
you might
things
see
can
again
change.
not
Go get him,
a lot
Xavier.
of commentary on our end, not a lot to report on
realistically,
our end.
it's like Broderick looks like he's going to peck away with ones and twos, and that's
Sullivan
been the story.
will either be able to close the distance or not.
4 minutes, and even when Sullivan gets in, to Broderick's credit, he's able
finds
to
a way
skirt
out.
those angles. So it's not an easy puzzle to solve. Sullivan might end up losing the decision here, having taken blows that, don't necessarily leave a mark, But Broderick, a lot of bounce in his step. I mean, he's fresh. I mean, Sullivan's fresh too. I mean, they're both very fit,
This is more the fight that,
But can he do it 10 more times in 2 minutes? I don't know.
And the answer to me is no. I don't think he's going to be able to. Broderick is very good at being long.
I think the second round was so clearly Broderick's. The first round was closer. I do think it was closer.
There was a ton, the immediate bull rush by Sullivan looked like it was going to be a one-sided fight.
Yeah, in Sullivan's favor, and then Broderick kind of turned the tide and just kind of kept that range.
Ones and twos.
Yeah.
Just, don't do anything cute. Don't do anything stupid. Just be at range. Long ones and twos. Sharp jab.
And Broderick feeling so comfortable, as he should.
Yeah, and Sullivan has to take some serious risk. He cannot win the fight at range. It's not going to happen.
But even then, right? So Sullivan threw, the left hook overhand, right? But they didn't really land. And then Broderick throws a little pity pat 1-2 down the pipe. But guess what? They both landed.
Yeah, and where Sullivan's at, like Sullivan is not in any risk of getting beat up, getting injured, getting hurt. He's also
not in a position to win the fight.
He literally cannot win the fight at range. It's not going to happen.
That was a good right hand by Sullivan. I don't think it's enough for right hand.
Yeah, Broderick just using his natural tools to the fullest potential. He's circling correctly, circling to his right. He's long with his ones and his twos. He's using that sizable reach advantage. He's staying composed, conserving energy.
Good right hand by Sullivan.
Again, is it like the huge slugfest that we saw earlier in the night? No.
No, sometimes good boxing makes for boring fights, you know? Not to be, like, super critical.
But
I mean, the guys fought their asses off. They gave a good account of themselves, and the problem is they're a little bit too polished.
Yeah.
That was probably the best right hand of the night. Straight left hand by Broderick. That might be a shutout for Broderick.
Yeah, and Broderick looked great, did what he needed to do. Sullivan didn't look bad at all.
No!
I just don't think he could.
That's a tall order,
He didn't have an answer for the physical tools and the technical tools that Broderick brought to the table. So I think pretty clear, one-sided unanimous decision for the red corner. We'll see how it plays out. 2 bouts left on the evening, folks. Still a pretty full house with only 2 bouts remaining in the night.
Wildly packed house, man. Yeah, barring something shocking. Broderick very clearly won this fight.
The winner by split decision,
Unbelievable.
fighting out of the red corner.
I mean, at least they got it right. So for the folks at home, a split decision in amateur boxing, there's 5 judges typically ringside. Sometimes there's 3. If there's 4 judges in favor of one, it's not a majority decision. They still call it a split. I cannot fathom how anyone had that for the blue corner. But people make mistakes. I thought it was about as one-sided of a fight as any that we saw tonight.